Hello YouTube, Chris here. So, I wasn't sure entirely what to do for content, so I'll just show you a little of what I've got going on. These are current projects of mine. It's a set of maybe late 70s, early 80s B36 subwoofers. Now the story behind these is I dug these out of their original home, which is a club called Discovery in Little Rock. They were 4 empty cabinets, 2 of which were in much nicer condition than these. So I refurbed those with original drivers and gave those to my father, Alan Jones, where they currently reside in Baltimore, as part of his sound system for Rockhaven Entertainment. Now, for the past 7 years, I would say, these ugly bastards sat on the side of my deck, just doing nothing, until a good friend of mine, JP, needed just a single 18 subwoofer to take to Backwoods Music Festival in Northwest Arkansas. So, having not much else to really give him, I went onto the side of the deck. I found the nicer of the 2, which is this one, and I dug it out. I threw in the cheapest MCM Select 18 you could possibly buy. If you go on to whatever they are nowadays, I think it's like $50 something for a 600 watt 18. I slopped that bad boy in it, and he said they performed great. I threw a shit homemade patch panel on it just for, you know, whatever. But went out, said it performed well, and now this is the second of the 2. This is its condition. The carpet was in much worse shape, so it is in the process of, I've got to finish sanding, and then I've been doing a little bit of filler work on it. When you take the carpet off, there was some, you know, knot holes in it and obvious just signs of being beat up and age and whatnot. And eventually my plan is, I have here in my van a set of these homemade W bins that may or may not have been based on, let me pull one of these out for you fine folks. I don't know. They're a home built box that may or may not have originally been based off of the original Cerwin Vega earthquake, except for the fact that they're about a 1/4 as deep. They're 24 inches by 24 inches by 48 inches tall, not like the, I believe those are like a 48 or maybe even 52 inches deep. I don't know. They're big sons of bitches. In these lie a set of Eminence Omega 18Cs, which are 800 watt 18, I believe. Big, gnarly, awesome driver. I think it's one of the recommended aftermarket replacements for folded horns. For Cerwin Vegas, the JE36 is the big deeper ones that they've got, etc., etc. So I feel as if they will find a quite adequate home in these guys when done. Now, as I proceed, I'll show you a little bit of what I'm doing with them. But basically, first step being getting all the carpet off, all of the, the other, anything off of the wood, just stripping them down to nothing but bare wood. And then, filler work, sanding them down, getting all of the, 40-year-old horse glue off of them. That was quite a chore. Did a lot of sandpaper for that. I used a 60 grit. This 3M here worked pretty good for it. It was pretty effective. A lot of it is, these cabinets, living in a club for as long as they did, they, the wood itself, so many drinks have been spilled on them, and bodily fluids that they kind of look like driftwood. So I'm not going to get them to where it looks like perfect wood again. That's not the purpose. I'm just sanding off as much of the old glue and imperfections in the wood as possible. Then coming back, filling it with the wood filler, sanding it back down. And then I have a good friend, Jermaine Gibson, who has reached out to me about potentially giving them a custom paint job, which I'd love to see what he has in mind with those. They may not be adequate, or, well, they might not be suitable for any sort of corporate shows or anything where they like that nice professional look, but I'm sure they will look amazing. Hopefully as good as they sound when I'm done with them. Still have as much of the original hardware on these as I can. I think I only have one of these, but patch panels are easy to come by. The problem with this one is its patch panel is on the bottom. This is the bottom, so the patch panel being here. On this other box, it is in a different location. It's on the center of the back, so I would like to move that. So I'll probably cut a piece of wood, fill this in, and then relocate the jack down there. I don't know, just little things to keep me occupied, things to keep my mouth off a bottle, and hopefully they make me a couple bucks here and there. They got if I can finish these by next week, I believe I'll actually take them out to this small festival that I'm doing the 20th through the 24th, I believe. But again, we'll see. Just a little project that I have going on. I'll keep you guys posted on it. So any questions or comments, just shout them to me. Thank you.